The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another session of the webinar. All right, let's just wait 5 minutes. Oh, Yoko joined. Oh, it's been so long, Yoko. Oh, John, Pingshan. Good evening. Oh, it's been quite a while, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think it's been quite a while since I've seen it. Hold on, let me just adjust the screen sizes and stuff, right? So it makes it optimal to because every time I need to resize the webinar stuff so I can see as much of the questions as possible. Hi Yoko, how are you? How's life treating you so far? Guys, today I'm in the meeting room again, so I think it's going to be quite cold later. Actually, I'm feeling a bit cold already, but I think so I might need to go for toilet breaks. Because like cold, then sometimes I just feel like peeing. Yeah, because so I mean, I'm not doing by the pool today because I feel like, I don't know, I just want a change of environment. And namaste. Hey, good evening, Carl, William, John, Vincent, Yoko. Good evening. WhatsApp. Somebody WhatsApp. Is anything on my WhatsApp? No. Okay. Good evening. CDCHF yesterday hit stop loss. That's sad. But it's okay. We made some money on, I think, pound scap the other day, right? Was it pound scap? Yeah, we made some money on pound scap the other day. Was it pound scap? Forgot. USD JPY. JPY USD. APUSD. Oh, you went up so high. Okay, hold on, let me check some stuff. Interesting. Whoa, nice. Nice. So it actually went up quite a bit. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let me just prepare some stuff to go through, and then yeah. What else? Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay. So first thing first, I want to go through get some stuff out of the way first, right? Hey, good evening, Karim. How is your USD JPY? Okay, so first thing first, XM Telegram group. If you are not subscribed to XM Telegram group, do feel free. Not feel free. Do make sure you subscribe to XM Telegram group, right? Because there are a lot of important updates over there, including sometimes the webinar is cancelled, something things like that, right? You will be notified in the XM Telegram group, right? I mean XM Telegram channel. Okay, now next thing, I want to go through, right? Bear with me for a little while, my friends. Yeah, it's feeling a little bit cold. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me just. I don't know why, but sometimes the okay, so I'm using iPad as my secondary monitor. Sometimes, and it's connected through Bluetooth, although they are side by side by each other, sometimes there is like connection errors. Okay, anyway, XM is currently having a trading bonus promotion, right? XM is currently having a trading bonus promotion. Basically, I mean, you sign up with an account with them, right? They're giving you $100 worth of credit, right? And the $100 worth of credit is non-withdrawable, but any profits that you make, right? Any profits that you make from the $100 credit, right? You get to keep the money. Okay, you can find out more details around here. Okay? Yeah, so you can, yeah, so you can find out more details here about like a certain percentage that you're available to withdraw. And of course, if you lose that $100, then it's fine, right? I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, this is just a bonus, right? This is just a bonus. So basically, think of it that you're trading without you're trading $100 without actually depositing $100, right? So this applies for new clients. So do feel free to check it out. Send you guys the link. Okay. Send you guys the link. Okay. And next thing, I need to go through is why is it moving so fast? Oh, okay. Okay. Now the next thing I want to go through is the what's that? Yeah, refer a friend program. So if you have any friends, I think XM is a really good broker. I've been working with them since this year, right? So I mean, they and of course they do schedule visits to Singapore, stuff and things like that. I've personally met with a few of them actually, right? Not just one, but actually a few of them. They're really nice people, right? Yeah. So if you want to refer your friend to XM, right? Yeah, you can basically earn cash, right? So if you refer 1 to 15 friends, you earn $25. If you refer 16 to 30 friends, you earn $30. And if you refer 30 over 30 friends, right, you earn $35 per friend, right? So it's just another source of income, right, to fund your trading, to fund your risk capital, right? Remember we talked about risk capital. Risk capital is basically the money that you deposit into your trading account that you are willing to lose. Now, What do I mean by you're willing to lose? That means that you will not lose any sleep over it. Okay, so even if you lose, right, you won't lose sleep over it, right? Okay, now today will be application. Now, as you guys know, application is basically a Q&A for both of the theory session that we have, right, previous 2 days, right? So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of time, right, to kind of gather your thoughts and ask any questions. Okay, hold on. I want to go through the economic calendar first, but first let me see if the okay, the MyFX book finally. Oh my god. Okay, so MyFX book economic calendar is back online. Phew. Okay, so my Facebook is back online. It's so useful. You know, I really miss having my Facebook because it's like so useful. It's like really very useful. It's like so even though it's sponsored by XM. So before I was even working with XM, right? Doing this collaboration with XM, right? I was actually using my Facebook already. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. Okay. So initial jobless claims coming up in 18 minutes. And then wait, if tomorrow is initial job, okay, yeah. So initial jobless claims, and of course 4 weeks average continuing jobless claims, and then PPI month on month. Whenever you see MOM, it means month on month. YOY, it's year on year. All right. So what's PPI? PPI is the producers price index. So when it comes to commodities supplied, right, for personal consumptions, capital investment, government, and export, right, the producers price index, right, for final demand is used in the United States to measure price changes. Okay. So it is comprised of 6 main price index. Number 1, we have final demand goods, right, which account for 33% of the total weight, right, which includes also food, energy, and final demand trade services, 20%, right, and of course the final demand for transportation, warehousing services, 4%, and final demand services less, that means minus of trade and transportation and warehousing is 41%. Right, and final demand for construction is 2%, and final demand, which accounts for 2% of the total weight. Right, so a higher than expected figure. Now, I understand that it might be too much to kind of absorb. Right, trust me, I haven't really absorbed like everything. Right, so yeah, so I mean sometimes I do get forgetful, and sometimes I do get like, yeah, so I mean, I'm also human, right? So sometimes even me myself, like I tend to kind of forget about like the like what forms the PPI or what forms the CPI, something like that, right? Sometimes I might get once in a while forgetful, right? But it's okay, right? So what we need to be aware of is that this one. So this is the important one, right? So a higher than expected figure, right? A higher than expected figure should be seen as positive, which is bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected figure should be seen as a negative, right? Bearish for the USD. So sorry. I just finished my dinner. Okay, so I mean, this is like the good thing about my Facebook, right? So if you want to read anything, right, just click on it, right? You can read what is it about, what is this date, what is this scheduled data release talking about, right? So yeah, I've used this like for many years, but I've been only trading for 5 years. But I think I probably been using this for 5 years. I think since the start of my trading career. All right, so this is a really good website to have. If you guys don't know, it's MyFX book. I'll just put the link over here so you guys can kind of, yeah. So apart from economic calendar, they also have this thing called the position size calculator. Yeah, position size calculator. So yeah, so basically Okay, for those of you who are new here, let me just quickly run through how it works. So you select the currency pair that you want to trade, for example, pound CAD, right? And then you select your account currency. For example, my account currency right now I'm trading in US dollars, right? And then maybe let's say account size, I don't know, maybe let's say $27 million. I don't know. Okay, let me just say let's say $27,000. And then let's put a risk at 1%, right? 27,000, 1%, yeah, still acceptable risk. And then let's say maybe you want to put your stop loss. So the stop loss, number of pips of stop loss is basically the number of pips from the difference between your entry and your stop loss. Okay, so I usually go with 10, 20, 30, right? So these are my usual numbers. Sometimes I go to 5, but that is really rare cases. So usually I just stick with 10, 20, and 30, right? So I mean, it depends on currency pairs and volatility, right? So yeah, so let's just put 20 and just put calculate. So this is the position size that you will be using, right? 1.78 lots. Okay, 1.78 lots. So yeah, this is basically how to use the yeah, this is basically how to use the position size calculator. And one I think it's quite a cheat sheet, right? It's this thing called the FinViz performance, forex performance. So it basically it just tells you what is the strongest currency right now. So because strongest currency right now is the AUD, right? And then of course second strongest is the NZD. So I mean you don't really have to go to the charts to know that, okay, AUD is strong or NZD is weak, right? I mean of course you still can, right? If you go to the so if you were to pair the strong and the weak, right? Let's see. Where is it? Okay, so if let's say we pair the AUD with the JPY, right? We can see the JPY, right? Yeah, we can see that it's really bullish, right? Because AUD can buy more of Japanese yen because AUD is strong. Okay, so AUD JPY is really bullish right now. Okay, so yeah, and then of course there is NZD, right? Say for example NZD with let's say NZD USD, right? NZD USD. So let's go to NZD USD. NZD USD, right? So NZD USD is also very strong, right? It's very bullish right now, right? Because the New Zealand dollar can buy more of the United States dollar, right? So this is kind of a cheat sheet, right? To kind of like tells you the currency strength at a glance, right? So just remember to always pair the strong with the weak, right? And then of course that you should be expecting higher volatility, right? When you pair the strong with the weak, right? Strong currency with the weak currency. Okay. Right. So I mean, if we were to go to let's say AUD NZD, right? Because both of them are strong, right? So if we go to AUD NZD, it's not really moving much, right? Because AUD is strong, NZD is also strong. So if we combine AUD and NZD together, right, it's not really moving much, right? So you see how it works, right? You see how it works. So if we go to look at AUD NZD, it's not really moving, right? Because both of them are equally strong, almost equally strong. Okay, so yeah, so I mean this is how this is how you learn. This is how you know, right? At a glance, right? This is always over here. I always check this website, right? Sometimes I'm too lazy, I'm too busy, or I'm currently like on the move, right? And I don't have time to check my charts. This is the website that I go, right? In this, okay. Some tips and tricks that I use. Oh, Bloomberg. See, is getting serious about boosting private sector as economy slumps. Okay. Yep. So I mean, I used to read news. Used to. Now I just read the headlines. So my news sources come from like Bloomberg, Channel News Asia, and Yahoo Finance, right? Yahoo Finance. So yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to give you guys a few minutes, right, to kind of see if you guys have any questions, right, regarding margins and leverage and regarding forex accounts, right? Forex accounts, we talk about demo accounts, we talk about equity, floating profit, unrealized profit, right? Basically, unrealized profit is that's setting a stop loss in profit. So if you don't know what that is, do feel free to ask me, right? Setting a stop loss in profit, right? And securing your profits. Now, in margins and leverage, right, we have what is margin, what we learn about what is margin, what is use margin, free margin, what is the margin call and stop out level, what is leverage, and what's the relationship between the margin and leverage, right? Basically, the more margin, sorry, the more leverage, the lesser margin you use, the lesser leverage, the more margin you use. Okay, so if you don't know about that, do feel free to ask me now, right? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes, right, to kind of think about what if you want to ask, because after that I will be going through. Okay, so after this week, right, we'll be going through like other subjects already, right? So this is why I have 2 theory and 1 application, right? And application is not just to like how to apply, but also to ask questions and of course do live analysis. Of course, if there's no any questions, right, that you want to ask, right, sometimes we don't have enough time, right, to cover everything, right, and this is where applications come in. Okay, so yeah, so do feel free to ask me. All right, then of course after the Q&A, right, then we will go to the live analysis and kind of see what's going on. It will be pairs are crazy. Oh, they're on steroids, man. Steroids. Okay, we'll look at it later. I don't want to have any spoiler alert. Let me just sip some water. All right, while waiting for the questions, I'm going to go through. I'm just going to silently go through some of the charts and kind of be more prepared, because we might be entering some trades. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Can we take a sell on Euro USD right now? I mean, like, I'm not asking you to trade, but I am taking a trade. So if you want to follow, do follow. I'm going to do some calculations. So this will be the entry, right? Take profit, I'll just leave it open. Later we will kind of see the take profit. Right, and my take profit, I'll just set it here. The profit will be somewhere around here, giving us a really nice 1 to 8.5 risk reward ratio. Okay, be right back. I'll be entering this trade right now. Hold on. Okay. Remember, guys, you have to use the position size calculator, right? So depending on how much you want to risk, you want to risk 1%, you want to risk 2%, that's completely up to you. But my recommendation is don't risk anything above 2%, right? Okay. For me, I'm just risking 0.2%, right? Because I mean, the 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 fund size is bigger, so I'm taking on lesser risk, right? But just risk anything that you're comfortable with, right? You don't necessarily have to follow me. Right? So I mean, if you have a $1,000 account, you're comfortable with losing $10, right? Then that's 1%. Okay. So I'm in this trade right now. Let's see how it plays out. Okay. Sorry, I need to mute. I need to cough. Okay, I'm back. Oh, you guys didn't need to hear the cough because the cough is wow. I mean, it was like I think I don't know. It was just a throat. There's an itch in my throat. Okay, spoiler alert. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through the charts and see what we are up against today, right? So for AUD CAD, right, you can see that price is currently pushing up towards the upside, right? So today we have I mean, one thing I like about doing applications a webinar is that when I do the analysis, right, I can kind of explain more in depth, right? We're not time, right, to quickly do the analysis, right? So yeah. So okay, we can see that AUD, right? We have this area of resistance here, right? And currently price is pushing up. So what I want to see is that price were to push up and then come back down. All right. Ideally, I want price to reach around this area, right? Because I mean, I can kind of foresee that price. I can kind of tell, right, that price interacted with this level quite often. So we have this level here, right? We have this low here, and of course this high, and of course this rejection here. So what I want to do is I want to ultimately try to target somewhere around here, right? So my entry will be somewhere around here, and then yeah, I want to target somewhere around here. So yeah, so just by trading support and resistance, right? Let's see what we come out with, right? So I'm just going to put my sell position 2, right? My entry, I want it to be somewhere around yeah, okay, perfect. So somewhere around here. Stop loss, let's see if 20 pips is enough. Nope, 20 pips is not enough, right? I would feel more comfortable with a 30 pip stop loss. And then I want to target all the way down here, giving us a really nice 1-to-7 risk reward ratio. Okay. It's a really nice 1-to-7 risk reward ratio. Okay, so this will be in my watch list. Let's say, okay, let me just set yeah. No, actually I don't need to set. Right. So I'm just gonna like, so I'm just gonna put it here like that, and then hold on, for Euro USD, let me just edit in my, okay, Euro USD, okay, it's the CPI news, not CPI, the jobless claims, jobless claims, jobless claims, jobless claims, jobless claims. Let's see what happens. See what happens. Currently, we are in profit. We're still in profit. Hi, everybody. How do you create a watch list, please? Karen, yeah, when you ask the questions, it's only me who can see the questions. Right. Okay, but don't worry. Later, I'll teach you how to create the watch list. Okay. Just bear with me for a sec. We are currently in profit, 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 profit. Just want to know how many of you guys are in the trade. Like one, press one. Never mind. Just say me if you're in the trade. ME, me, if you're in this Euro USD trade. Profits. Let's look at ABC. Never mind. Go back to Euro USD. Nice, nice, nice. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so how do you create a watch list now? How do you get okay, Karen, later I'll answer. Okay, so what I do, right, is I go to I just click here, right, and then just click create a new list, right? And then yeah, you can have a watch list, right? Or you can just okay, so if you're using the free trading view, right, you cannot have so many colors, right? For me, I can have blue. Each of them represents different things. So blue represents trade active, right? Green represents watch list. But I mean, I created them, but I hardly use it. Maybe now I can use it because now your USD is trade active. And then I don't know. Maybe I can put your AUD CAD in. Yeah, I can put you AUD CAD. But I mean, all this is just all this is just. I mean, I mean, there's not really a need to have the paid trading view. The free trading, so fun fact, right? I've been using the free trading view for like the past 4 years of my trading career, right? So you don't really have to use the paid version, right? So how do you create a watch list? I think you just go to just create just over here and then just create a watch list, right? So for me, I have like a lot of so for me, I have like a lot of watch lists, right? I have like AOD crosses, swing tests, stocks, rare earth. But I think on the free version, I think you can create like three, right? Right, like using three. Okay. So this is how I create a watch list. I'm not sure about the free version though, but if you want to create a watch list, this is it, right? Of course, I can create a new list and then just put like spare, right? And then spare would be down here. Okay. So this is how to create a watch list. Okay. So usually now you see these numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, right? So these are not so because I want it to sort by number, right? So yeah, so that's why I'm using the numbers in front, right, to kind of sort it by number. Okay. How do you get motivated to trade every day? How do I answer this question? How do I get motivated to trade every day? I okay, so I think the hardest part when I started trading, right, was when I was learning to trade, when I still don't know jack shit about trading, when like I was just gambling, right? And like I was just like, I don't know, following trades, like following like fake gurus, right? There are like like a lot of bullshit out there, right? So I was like planning following them, and then lost some money. And then I had no okay. So before that, right? Fast forward before that, right? When I got started into trading, I joined this MLM, right, multi-level marketing company, right, trading. And then they teach about trading, they teach about, and then they also have like investment services. And then the reason why I joined is because that like I was interested in trading, right, forex, and the founder of of the company is my ex-girlfriend's mom. You can read it you can read it on Yahoo. It's briefly mentioned there. Yeah, so if you just Google Chu Wei Xiang, right? There should be like Yahoo. There's a Yahoo article there. So it's briefly mentioned there. So yeah, so in the end, eventually I got scammed by the company and stuff and things happened. So I just tell myself. So the thing is, I quit my job, right? So I kind of left my job. So I was working at Singapore Mint, right? The one that produces the coins and gold bars, gold coins, right? Singapore Mint. So I was working there for about 3 months. I left my job, right? Because I absolutely hate it, right? I need to answer to a boss, right? And like I just like I was like, no, I'm not doing this shit. Right? So and then I don't know, and then it's just like office politics and stuff and things like that that I have to deal with, which I didn't really like. So then I started trading. Then so my motivation came from actually like so I told myself like, right, it's either I make it, right, or I have to go back to my lifeless job and to I mean I asked myself like, do I really want to like answer to someone, right, and like not have any control of my life, right? um or do I want to be financially independent, right, find a way to make money myself? And yeah, so I keep telling myself that. So um I was left with $3,000, right? So during that time, I back tested a lot, right? I back tested a lot. So I back tested. So okay, so then okay, that so then after that, yeah. So after that, I kind of like learn like join a lot of like signal groups, which is like total bullshit. So they basically just give you random buys and sells, right? They don't know jack shit about trading, right? And then subsequently, right, I lost even more money. So I left with like $3,000, right? So $3,000, what I do is that I learn how to backtest. I backtest on TradingView, right? I look at what time frame that suits me. By the time I already know about risk management lah, right? So it's about finding the perfect trading strategy that works for me, right? So yeah, I back tested a lot. I forward tested a lot. I traded on demo accounts, and then so remember that $3,000 that I mentioned. So I used $1,000, right? So because of psychological issues, right? I wasn't really disciplined enough on my risk management, right? I began to gamble, right? I blew that account. Same thing for the second account, and then for the last account, right? The last $1,000 account, I actually told myself that this is it. If I lose this $1,000, right, and it's my entire savings, okay lah, maybe I have like $200 left in my bank, right, and like so I told myself like it's either I make it or I break it, right, and if I break it, right, and if I don't be disciplined, I have to go back to be a corporate slave and like and not really. I mean, it's not a really bad thing to work in a corporate to be in corporate, but I feel that it's just not for me, right? And like I really hate it, right? Like going to work, reporting at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and then ending work at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., right? It's just not for me, right? And I'm being paid like what? So 5 years ago, like my starting salary was 2.7 thousand. Yeah, yeah, that's office politics. So so yeah, so I actually told myself like, is it I make a break? So that $1,000, I actually grow. $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, few $1 million, and then yeah, then after that, subsequently, I mean, I do have sizable investments. Then after that, after that, I was like featured on Yahoo Finance. My name, like my name and my personal branding started to pick up. Many people were asking me to manage their funds for them, right? Like manage manage their funds for them. So I had to filter off, right? And then after that, I set a bar, right? Kind of like a limit, right? That only people with like I'm only accepting investments from like 200,000 US dollars and above. And then so subsequently I just grow this investment amount. Of course, there are new investors coming in, right? And then of course now currently I'm managing investors funds only. I'm currently managing $27 million US dollars, 27 million US dollars. Yeah, so that is my story. Right? I mean, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, right? Not gonna lie, it's been a tough journey, but of course it's worth it, lah, right? It's worth it, lah, right? Because looking back at how far I've come, right? And sometimes it just give me chills, right? Like, whoa, like shit, I think like I can basically conquer the world. Right? But of course, there are still more things for me to learn. There are still more opportunities out there. I'm currently now working on a few other projects, basically generating income from other sources. And yeah, so I'm exploring other things as well. Nice. Thank you for sharing with us. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy you have a cat to work with now. Yeah, so I mean, not really. I mean, I started from $1,000, right? $1,000 isn't much, but of course, with risk management, discipline, profitable strategy, you are able to grow it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. That's why. I think that's what I think, right? That's what I think. Okay, now back to analysis. So AUD USD. Okay. So what I want to look at is the US dollars, US dollars as well. So AUD USD, right? You can see that it's kind of bullish. But of course we are shorting Euro USD now, and it's currently in profit. So get yourself on the back if you enter the trade. We'll be making this trade risk-free hopefully soon. Okay, so AUD USD. So if Euro USD, right? If Euro USD fails, what I'll be looking to trade is the AUD USD, right? So if Euro USD fails, I'll be looking to trade Euro USD, and then I'll be looking at a short around here. Just a tad bit higher. Yeah. No. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just do 770. Okay, so once again, 20 pips sufficient. And then where I want to target? I want to target somewhere around, I'll say somewhere around here, right? Giving us a really nice 1 to 7. Let's do a 1 to 8 risk reward ratio. Oops, 1 to 8 risk reward ratio. Oops, this is 1 to 9, 1 to 8. Let's just do a nice 1 to 8 risk reward ratio. And why do I select this level? Now, number one, see, there are a few. Okay, I mean, sorry, I mean, there's this main reason why. All right, so price made a low over here, right? Broke below, retested over here, rejected again, broke above, and then I'm expecting a price to at least reach this level once again, and that is why I'm planning to target here. So I'm just going to put this under red, and no, I'm just going to put this under blue. Green, which is my close watch list. And then we see how it goes. AUD I'm not really going to look at AUD just because AUD I mean, yeah, I mean, it yeah, there's nothing nice to trade. Although it's like really very, very bullish, right? I can't find any levels that on AUDJPY that to trade. And of course we have CDCHF. Okay, so we have CDCHF rejected this level, which, yeah, nothing much. Just very bearish on CDCHF. CDCHF, actually, I think we lost the trade on the UDCHF yesterday. Actually, like spiked down, but it's okay. One loss trade doesn't break the bank. CHF JPY, I have no idea why I put it under pending, but nope, I don't have any pending positions on CHF JPY. Euro AUD, yeah, nothing much going on. This level is invalidated. So as this level as well. So I'm just going to delete that, Euro AUD. And then we have, I don't know, EuroCAD. Nah, EuroCAD. Now EuroCAD, I will only be interested if, I don't know, if price came up here, right? Because price made a previous low here. So price made a previous low here, right? And of course, I'll be expecting for price to, so price broke below, and then I'll wait for price to come up here before going down. So this is the plan, right? Whether it works, I mean, whether the price followed plan or not, right? Statistically, it will not. I'm just kidding, right? So I mean, I'll be looking to take sells here at this level, and then yeah, I'll be looking to take sells at, let's do 450, right? So it will be in my watch list. 20 pip stop loss sufficient. And then my take profit level will be somewhere around here, giving us a really nice 1 to 10 risk reward ratio. Right. Good that you are watching a lot of pairs. Okay. Yeah. I watch all major and minor pairs. Right. I watch all major and minor pairs. Where are you explaining more on the approach you use? Please, thank you. Yeah, I mean, so the approach I use is basically just price action, right? So like what I've said from day one, right? Ignore the indicators, right? The indicators, no. The first thing you should master is price action first. Okay, so price action is the first thing you should master first, right? Indicators is just to basically help you to see things clearer, see things better, right? It should not be used, right, as a holy grail. Okay, so I give you an example. This is also an indicator, right? This is also an indicator. It tells us that AUD is strong, NCD is strong, right? So I think you have to master price action first, right? Basically, support and resistance, and then of course candlestick patterns, right? As well as candlestick psychology and key levels, right? So where will I be explaining? I'll be teaching candlestick psychology and candlestick patterns in the exam webinar. And of course, I mean, if you want to learn, right? Yeah, just attend the webinar, right? So because sometimes, almost every day, right, I will go through the charts. Right? Almost every webinar I'll go through the charts. So yeah, do feel free to stick around, right? So I'm gonna add what's this, EuroCAD? I'm gonna add EuroCAD in my close watch list, right? If price goes up to this level, I'll just be watching it. For now, EuroGBP, nothing much going on here except for invalidated levels. Okay. Yeah, invalidated levels. Are there any instance when you don't follow indicator? There are. I mean, it's not only following indicators, right? Carl, it's more about looking at the volatility, right? It's more about looking at um how strong is the bullish or bearish movement, right? If you look at Euro JPY, right, price has been bullish since what? Since, if we kind of zoom out, right? Zoom out a little bit more. So if you look at Euro JPY, whoa, price has been really bullish since, I don't know, since like May 2020 May, right? 2020 May. So price has been very bullish since 2020 May. But of course, there are retracements, right? And before going up, retracement and go up, right? So of course, if it's too bullish, right? Like for example, like this level, this area here, right? Then like this area here, do you think I want to take sales over here? No, because this area here is just too bullish, right? So there's it's like bullish, and this is on the daily chart. So can you imagine like how many days it's been bullish, right? So I don't really want to take sales here, right? To trade on the retracement. Okay, so it's kind of looking at price action and kind of seeing how strong the bullish force is, bullish or bearish force is, right? Okay, and then yeah, so I mean that there will be, I mean, I don't think trading should be just using indicator, right? I think price action is very important. Okay, Carl. Now, Carl is one of my students at Prince Rocky FX mentorship program, right? I think he's getting better, but got work to do. Kelvin is one of my students. Kelvin. So master price action first, right? Price action will tell you everything. Okay, so if you see it's too bullish, right? It doesn't make sense to take sales, then don't take sales, right? If it's too bullish if it's too bearish to take buys, don't take buys. Okay, you have to kind of look at the psychology of you. Yeah, you must kind of see the see how bullish is it lah, right? If it's like bullish like this, right? So it go up, come down, go up, come down, go up, come down, then yeah, we probably can short it, right? But if it go up, come down a little bit, go up, come down a little bit, go up, come down a little tiny bit, and go up some more, right? This is very bullish, right? This is very bullish, but still, that's why I have not set a sell limit over here, because I want to see how price reacts, right? When it's nearer to my entry level, right? If it's still very bullish, right, I will not choose to sell. But if it's struggling, right? If it's struggling to stay bullish, then of course I might consider take a sell, right? So this will be my watch case. Okay. Still a long way to go. Where do you find the currency strength, please? I think I sent it just now, but it's okay. I'm just gonna send it again. So there you go. Okay. So you just go to this website, just click on the link, go to the website. All right, and of course you can. I mean, currency strength. Okay, currency strength, like what I've explained earlier. Currency strength is just to tell you which currency is strong, which currency is weak, right? Of course, you can also tell which currency is strong, which currency is weak by going to the charts and to look at the currencies itself. Okay, I mean that's just but the currency strength indicator is just a cheat code lah. Right? I like to refer it as a lazy way to know of currencies right now. All right, hold on. Let me just see if we zero that 830. So, but anyway, I think I think we can set our stop loss and break even, right? It's currently running about just a little bit under 1 hour in profit. So let's just set up stop loss and break even, right? And this will be the last trade for the week, right? Because today is already Thursday, okay? And then of course, I mean, yeah, I'll just hold it and see. Now this level here, right? At I would say at 1.11, 1.11, right? 1.11, this level, you have to kind of, I mean, when price reaches this level, in case I'm not here, right? This is the level that you should be watching, right? So this will be the level that you should be watching. So when price reaches here, right, you might want to, I don't know, secure some profits, right? Because this is a potential key level as well. Okay. Now should we? I don't know. 830. Yeah. Just set a stop loss there and let's see what happens, right? Okay. GBP AUD, nothing much going on except for bullish. Yeah, just bullish. Yeah, just very bullish. I mean, there might be an uptrend here, but personally, I wouldn't want to take a trade like this, right? Because it's not a really, really long uptrend. Yeah, and it feels like this uptrend feels very flimsy. It feels like it can break anytime, right? And retrace lower before going back up. So yeah, I'd rather not trade on GPUD, right? Now, Pound is looking interesting. Let's see if we can find a level for Pound. Right? When I say Pound, I mean GBP CAD. Right? Pounds is GBP. Nice, thank you for the link. No worries. No worries. No worries. Okay. Pounds CAD. Yeah. I really don't see anything except for this level here. Right, which is quite far away, which is like 150 pips away. Yeah, on Pound. Which, if price reaches this level, then of course I might be interested to take sales on Pound. But other than that, nah, just leave Pound alone. Pound Swiss, what they like to call Pounds Kiwi, right? Kiwi is the nickname for NZD. No, yeah. So sorry. Swiss is not Swiss. Yeah, it's just Pound Swiss. But Kiwi is the name. Is the nickname for NZD. Yeah, but Swiss CHF is just Swiss. Yeah, Pound Swiss. Pound Swiss. Nothing much going on in Pound Swiss as well, right? We have this level which yeah. Actually, I think probably I might miss a trade on pounds. Oh wells. Oh wells. Stuff and things happen like that. Oh wells. I think I missed the trade on pound Swiss. So anyway, this is a really nice potential level for a buy, but I don't know. I think I was having my dinner or not. I don't know. Maybe I was gymming. I don't know. But anyway, there's always going to be another opportunity. Pounds yen looking very bullish. But of course, if it breaks this, if it breaks 148.020, then of course, I think it might come up to 185. So let's see, right? But I'm not really keen on pound Swiss. I mean, pounds yen, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna put it in my watch list. Pounds Kiwi. Pounds Kiwi also nothing much really going on. Pounds Kiwi. Yeah, pounds Kiwi also nothing much going on. yeah, pounds kiwi is just basically the uptrend. So same thing, right? Pounds AUD, pounds kiwi, right? We have some similar price action going on. Pounds dollar, yeah, GBP USD. GBP USD is just very very bullish right now, right? I think it's because of the pressure from the GBP is strong and USD is weak, right? That causes the GBP USD to go up so much, right? But ultimately, I would expect GBP to come down soon. This will be a level of interest. So if price reaches this level, then of course I might be interested to take shorts. And just delete this. Yeah. So when price reaches this level, I might be interested to take shorts, but I don't think it'll be happening anytime soon. It's about 200 pips away, right? So I'm just probably gonna put in my watch list first. So because I'm kind of interested to take this trade. Okay. So pounds NZD cap. No, I didn't take this trade. Just marking it up. Now NZD cat is quite interesting. Now NZD cat, let's see if there's a trade. No. So NZD cat. So we have now. I think NZD cat. We went through this yesterday, right? That there are so many levels, right? There are just too many levels to take trades on NZD cat, right? But of course now that price action have actually developed, right? So just now the three levels are the ones that we actually I'm kind of interested that sorry, there are level of interest, right? Level of interest, right? Then of course, however, right now we have a new level of interest, right? So when price reaches this level, then of course, I might be interested to take trades on pounds New Zealand dollar. Pounds Swiss, nothing much. Pounds yen, nope, nothing much also. Pounds pounds dollar. Sorry, pounds dollar. Kiwi dollar. Sorry, I've been saying pounds for the longest, for the longest time, right? Right. So pounds. Sorry, pound. Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar. This would be an area of interest. So I mean, again, right? Like AUD USD, right? If Euro USD fails, then of course, I might be interested to take a trade on the NZD USD and oh shit, I actually got the wrong tool. Yeah, I actually might be interested to take a trade on NZD USD and AUD USD. So there are in my watch list. So yeah, just wanna kind of see how it's going. Yeah, so this level of interest, this will be my level of interest. Yeah, so really nice 1:7 risk reward ratio on pounds US pounds. Sorry, I keep saying pounds. Why do I keep saying pounds? All right, Kiwi dollar, and then of course US dollar, USD CHF currently very very bearish, but wow, USD CHF is so bearish. But yeah, so like just now, right? Is there any instances that I want to trade? Yes. So this is one of them, right? So look at the indicators. Look at price action. What does it tell you? It tells you that this is super bearish, right? So I won't be taking buys over here, and of course USD JPY. All right. How long per week are you looking at charts to find trading ideas? Now, okay. So what I just did, right? I am doing it every day, but at a faster pace. So I probably take like what 20 minutes to go through all 28 pairs. But if I'm doing myself, I probably take like 5 minutes, right? Because I'll be like super fast. I'll be like, just click, tap, right? 5 minutes done, right? So how long per week? I don't know. Because I've been trading for many years, right? So I know exactly what to look out for, what to if there's a trade, right? If there's a really nice trade setup. So, but I would say when I was starting, right? I spend every day looking at charts, right? Every hour. I would say I probably 8 hours or even 10 hours looking at charts, right? Because I'm doing back testing, I'm doing forward testing, and this is how I learn, right? But I understand that not all of you have the freedom of time to do what I do. So I mean, just do what you can, right? And learn at your own pace. Ultimately, right? I mean, I always believe that the secret to getting ahead of your peers is to get started, right? So if you are getting started, right, learning price action, spending time on your charts, right, then of course you are ahead of your peers already, right? Many of your peers, right? At least you are doing something. At least you are doing something. You're learning. You're putting time in, right? And you're not wasting your time, right? So yeah, but right now I just probably need 5 minutes a day looking at charts, plotting positions, drawing rectangles. So all these are rectangles, right? All these are rectangles. Yeah, just probably need 5 minutes a day, maximum 10 minutes. Yeah, so that's about it. And our Euro USD hit our stop loss at break even, and we got taken out at break even. Yep. So anyway, anyway, I don't know. I might enter the trade again, but no, nah, I don't want to enter the trade. It's already Thursday. I want to take a break from trading. But of course, Euro US, NZD USD and AUD USD will be on. AUD USD and NZD USD. I'll probably be placing these two trades shortly, right? And see which one works out. Yeah, and then yeah. Oh no, shoots. Okay, it's already 9:06. Anyway, thank you guys once again for joining. Hope you guys learned something and enjoyed today's webinar. Hope to see you guys next week. Now remember, my webinar is every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Right? Let's have some fun. Let's come to trading. Let's do live analysis. Let's make some money, and let's learn. Most importantly, let's learn. All right. Once again, thank you guys for joining. Hope to see you guys next week, and have a great weekend ahead. Thank you and good night.